Have you ever seen a car that literally spits fire, weighs as much as a tank, and still tears up the asphalt? Today, you're gonna see 10 of the craziest cars that are almost too insane to believe they actually exist. Imagine standing in front of a vehicle that looks more like an aircraft capsule than a car. Its long body seems designed not for roads, but for a runway. This is the Beast, and that name couldn't be more accurate. Built in 1966 by Paul Jameson and later refined by John Dodd, this machine isn't just powerful, it's beyond comprehension. At its heart lies a 27-liter Merlin VF-12 aircraft engine. Yes, the very same engine used in fighter planes during World War II. It produces 750 horsepower and reaches a top speed of nearly 300 kilometers per hour. But what's most incredible, it's completely street legal. You could actually see this monster driving on a public road. Though, honestly, it looks more like it belongs in an airplane hangar than in traffic. If someone ever said, let's build a car using a tank engine, just because we can, the result would be this exact monster. This is Blastolene Special, one of the heaviest, largest, and most insane custom vehicles on the planet. And it doesn't belong to just anyone. It's owned by Jay Leno himself, a comedian, car collector, and true automotive icon. At first glance, it looks like something from a diesel punk future. It has a bus-sized wheelbase, a handcrafted aluminum body, and exhaust pipes sticking out like tank cannons. But the real magic is under the hood. A Continental Vi-12 tank engine from the M47 patent, once used to move armored machines weighing dozens of tons. At first glance, it looks like a typical old van. Just another 1985 Chevy Astro van, the kind you'd expect to see delivering boxes or parked in someone's driveway. But this one is different. This one is called Blastro, and it's anything but normal. It's a full-on street monster wrapped in a humble shell. Under the hood hides a supercharged big block Chevy engine pushing out over 2,000 horsepower. Yes, you heard that right. 2,000 horses in a van. It was built for one purpose: to tear up the road and destroy tires in clouds of smoke. Behind the wheel is Tom Ritchie, a man who treats burning through a set of tires in 1 minute as a casual warm-up. Blastro has become a legend at drag events and car shows, earning respect even among seasoned pros for its mind-blowing burnouts. And the wildest part? This van is fully street legal. If the Joker from DC Comics ever got into cars and built his own ride, this would be it. The 1974 Corvette nicknamed Joker looks like it rolled straight out of a graphic novel. Bold, flashy, and completely unafraid to draw attention. But beneath that playful smile is a serious beast. Built by Dave Veskra, the car may wear a fun badge, but on the track, there's nothing funny about it. Under the hood lies a 1,000 horsepower engine. It tears up the asphalt like it's laughing in the face of physics. Outside, it's all style and attitude. But turn the key, and that character turns into chaos. The engine roars to life, and suddenly it's not a show car, it's a predator. Sometimes someone says, what if we put an aircraft engine into a car just because we can? That's exactly how Bentley Packard Mavis came to life. A car that literally spits fire and roars like a dragon on steroids. Built by British engineer Chris Williams, who openly called it the biggest waste of time, money, and engineering effort of his life. And yet, that's what makes it legendary. It started out as a classic 1930 Bentley, but now you wouldn't recognize it, aside from the badge. Instead of a normal engine, it houses a massive 42-liter Packard Vi-12 aircraft engine, producing 1,500 horsepower. Some cars take years to build, but this one, it took 3 decades. This 1963 Plymouth Valiant, built by Time & 2 Customs, is more than a car. It's a lifetime project. Construction began back in the 20th century and went on for nearly 30 years. You can feel that time and care in every detail. From the preserved 1960s body lines to the engineering masterpiece under the hood, everything is balanced and brutal. At its core sits a massive 9-liter HEMI engine producing 2,500 horsepower. Not a factory supercar, not a race car. A custom-built beast that could outrun both. If a classic muscle car ever decided to go full madman, it would turn into this. The 1969 Dodge Daytona. Already iconic for its aerodynamic front end and huge rear wing, this version goes far beyond restoration. This is what happens when a legend becomes a monster. The original Daytona made a name for itself in NASCAR, but the one we're looking at now, it breaks the limits of reason and power. It's equipped with a 2,500 horsepower engine, pushing way beyond even professional drag standards. What started as a classic 1960 Chevy C10 pickup was completely transformed into something new and wild. Now known as Rhino C10, the name says it all. Lowered suspension, reinforced bodywork, a custom exhaust, and an air scoop on the hood shaped like a horn. Everything screams attitude. Its muted gray paint gives it a clean but aggressive look. Wide wheels, sharp roofline, and a custom interior complete the build. Rhino doesn't shout for attention until it starts up. This car came from a time when the automobile itself was still a novelty. But Sunbeam 350 horsepower wasn't here to play. It was here to break records. Built in 1922, it didn't use a standard engine. It was fitted with an 18-liter aircraft V12, mounted on a narrow, old-school chassis with almost no safety features. In 1925, this machine reached 241 kilometers per hour, a speed that, at the time, seemed impossible. No seatbelts, no helmet, no aerodynamics, just raw bravery. Later, it passed into the hands of Malcolm Campbell, who repainted it blue and renamed it Bluebird, pushing it even faster and setting multiple records. This car is the result of a dream brought to life. The 1934 Ford Coupe, nicknamed the Beast, was built from the ground up by its owner, Eric.
What she sounds like.
He didn't want to just restore a classic, he wanted to create something personal. The project took years. The body was rebuilt, repainted, rewired, and given a modern suspension. But the centerpiece? The engine. Sitting under the hood is a massive 8-liter Dart engine topped with an 871 supercharger. Giving it both the look and sound of a true hot rod. From the outside, it's clean and classic. But once it starts, you understand why it's called the Beast. In 2020, this car was showcased at Detroit Autorama, where it immediately caught everyone's attention and took first place in its category.